Just sitting by the fire now, feeling the warmth. Can hear some birds up over yonder. I'm not quite sure what they are. I've come across a few birds actually on this adventure. This forest seems to be full of the things. Nice company to have, to be honest. I'm gonna give my coffee a pour now. I'm gonna do a week by the looks of it. Science isn't quite there when you're doing it like this. Bushcraft science. Nice steaming cup of coffee. See how we do. Camera phone at the moment. Maybe if this goes well, we'll. Oh, it's hot. It's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. It's just the right strength. It's a strong coffee, this one. I'll get some of the beans this week from the good food shop, and I'll try and add it into the video, the name and the type. Oh, it's bloody boiling, mind. It's warm. Beautiful cup of coffee, that. Done, you know, in the countryside on the campfire. Spot on, that. Spot on. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Everything about this is just perfection. And like I said, it's only a couple hours out in the countryside. Cup of coffee. Surrounded by trees, nature, snow. It's not that cold. It's warm. It's warm. I should really take this coat off now. The fire's done its job. Warmed up, not just the water for the coffee. It's warmed me up beautifully. Really, really warm. It's been, you know, it's half hour's worth of warmth out of that. Perfect. If I obviously wanted to keep it going now, I'd put some of these additional sticks back into the middle, keep it going a bit longer. But it's done its job for me. It's warmed me up. It's got us our beautiful cup of coffee. Really, really good cup of coffee, that. Really nice, strong black coffee. Fuel us up for the last hour now, where we're going to head off. It's kind of up that direction, a little bit to the left. But it might even be snowing out there, you know. We're really well protected underneath here, believe it or not. Nothing hits this forest floor. There was a few spatterings of frost and snow that got through, but for the most part, nothing really gets through. You've got a stream obviously running down there, so I'm going to go and get the water now to make sure this fire is fully extinguished before we go. We're just going to sit for a while, enjoying this coffee, and warming up, and then we'll go on the adventure. Nice one. I'm buzzing. I'm really buzzing. If I'd known I could have got such a good fire on the go, I would have bought a frying pan and done a bit of bacon or something. I actually cheated this morning. I had the bacon and eggs before I left. The snow didn't fill me with optimism. The fact that I'd had a bit of an extra little rest this morning, so I work long hours Monday to Saturday and some Sundays, but I had this Sunday off, so I wasn't an early riser this morning, which would have been nice. But I had a nice rest. I feel really recharged now. I'm going to go back and do a Sunday roast for the family. But long and the short of it is, I had some bacon and some eggs before I came out. Fuel me for my adventure, just in case I couldn't get a fire going. As it turns out, this could have done anything I wanted. As you can see, there's some really good coals formed. It's just a case of adding a couple of sticks here and there. Now, these were damp. These were wet sticks. Let's be realistic. They were wet. They were, and they're burning well. Not too much smoke. Not, you know, that's the thing you sometimes get. They either just go really smoky or. But as it turns out, it's a goddamn good fire. First fire for coffee by the campfire, and it's a cracker. Don't expect them all to go that well. We did have a bit of drama where I thought I'd forgot the lighter and the pipe cleaners, which has been my go-to fire starting method of choice in the 7.5s that I've started in my life. Seems to work, man. Seems to work. So it works really well. I don't know why it works so well. I don't put any additional fuel onto the pipe cleaners. It's literally just like cottony pipe cleaners. I wrap a bit of a national or daily newspaper around it. I don't suppose it matters whether it's national or daily. I don't know if one burns better than the other. There's some papers you'd probably want to burn in favour of others, but you know, that's another discussion. We're not going to go into politics. This is all about unwinding and relaxing, and I hope you can hear, or I hope the camera's picking up the birds tweeting and chirping all around me, the fire crackling on my log, my big log that I rolled here a long time ago, just sitting chilling and just enjoying and just relaxing. And finish this coffee up. It's either very, very misty or it is snowing out there. Well, out there, you know, out the front door. We'll go and have an adventure, or continue the adventure a bit further. We've only done a couple of miles to get to this point. It's probably another mile and, well, maybe a mile up to the top of the hill. Maybe not even that far, actually. I'm probably just like, you know, this is the fisherman adventure, isn't it? Where everything's twice as far as it probably is. I've probably walked 100 metres and it's 50 metres up to the top of there. Let's be realistic. The main point is we're far enough outside of hustle bustle towns, villages. There's no roads nearby. There's nobody nearby. I'm just here with a few birds, literal birds, by the way, in case my partner picks up this video and panics. I'm keen. I'm ready to go. We're gonna. I kind of want this fire to burn through. You know, I don't really want to extinguish it. There's something very what's the word? Kind of like sacrilege about putting a fire out at this point. It's at its zenith now. This is when it's kicking off its most heat. This is when it's stable. It's ready to go. You know, at this point it's not going out. It's kicking off some warmth. It's keeping my my brew a bit warm. I've got my little my table right by the fire. Keeps it a bit of warmth off the fire. Keeps it nice and warm there. I tell you what, it's bloody warmer here than it is in my house at the moment. It's like an ice cube. It is like being in an ice cube. Yet you're out here boiling hot. It's like -5, -6. First thing, it's nowhere near that now, obviously, but you know, a nice good fire. Don't half go a long way to kicking off a bit of warmth, you know. Fair play. Yeah, and finish this coffee. Let this fire burn through. I think I'm going to sit here for another 10 minutes, and then we'll extinguish it. I think it's just too good to let go. I love it. I love looking at this, listening to the crackling. You know, I'm looking forward to, one thing I will say, going forward, I'm looking forward to doing more of these and utilising different techniques, because I've always just used, like I say, the fire starting methods that I know, because it's the only one I know, which is a lighter with some pipe cleaners. So it'd be cool to try some different ones. You know, see if we can get going with some of these cool methods that some of these pros use. But I mean, ain't no sacrilege about using a lighter. Does the job. The important thing for me was getting a fire going, getting my coffee, feeling a sense of achievement, and I think that probably sums up absolutely perfectly what this is all about. A little bit of sense of achievement. When you start a fire, you've achieved there and then, instantly. It's not a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. Within 10 minutes, you've achieved what you wanted to do. And these little tiny achievements, one by one in your day, every single little one that you do, is, I guess, what leads to happiness. You know, I'm getting dripped on here. But yeah, one thing at a time. A nice Sunday dinner after this, nice adventure, nice fire. It makes you happy. And I think that's key. That is a big part of trying to stay happy in life, in the hustle bustle, crazy trials and tribulations that we all face on a day-to-day basis. Taking joy out of these little things will go a long way to enabling you to hopefully be able to deal with the things that are harder and more troublesome and more difficult and less enjoyable. It brings balance, it brings parity, and hopefully brings a little bit of joy going forward. These moments enable you to take joy out of life. That's what it's all about.